restaurant con.
Fired up and back there like laughing. I didn't know Tyler's so funny. It's crazy because, you know, I'm sitting back and I'm like, this guy's good. Like, come up with this stuff. So, you know, it's just really exciting to be here in Boston and to be around a person who's literally taking this business seriously. And you heard his story, and it's no doubt in my mind that he's going to be one of the major leaders in the marketplace because he's taking that role and he's showing a lot of people how to build a business. So I appreciate him. Thank you so much for your hard work and leadership.
Yeah, Ty.
Love you. I'm excited to be here, everybody, and obviously he did a great job explaining about what we do, really. We share a product that is significantly impacting people's lives, you know, and that's really the biggest thing. I'm going to talk about how the money works. Through helping people with the product, how you can literally go from whatever circumstance you're in, whatever situation you're in, and find a way to create for yourself an additional stream of income, maybe a way to have more time for yourself. Are those two pretty important things in people's lives?
Yeah.
And actually have a good quality of life. I mean, that's very important. So before I go into the money side, I want to just have you guys hear at least just one story about how the product's affected someone's life in a major way. And it's a really unique story. It would be a disservice not to share it with you. So with that, I'd like to bring up one of our leaders, Ms. Erica, so she can share her story. Can we give her a round of applause?
Yeah!
How you guys doing today?
Yeah.
I'm so excited. So I'm actually here from LA. Woo! Woo! Pretty far. So I've actually been in Connecticut for a little while, and I started with this company 2 years ago thanks to Mr. Dave Hernandez.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. He reached out to me because starting in 2011, I was diagnosed with endometrial cancer. Now, by show of hands, does anybody know or have gone through cancer? Anyone know in their life? Show of hands. Anyone in their life? A lot of people. That's a lot of people. I mean, those statistics completely rose every decade. We know so many more people who've gone through cancer. Now, just wrapping it up really quick, my cancer kept spreading. No matter what they did, I had 8 surgeries. I had 12 rounds of chemo, especially in 2014. And no matter what they gave me, no matter what product they gave me, no matter the chemo or the treatments, the surgery, it just did not stop. Now, I'm not saying Keone is a cure, but I can say my doctor, my oncologist, cannot tell me why it's not come back in a year and a half now. I've been in remission.
Yeah.
So, just like Tyler said, our body is just waiting to get all the right nutrients in it. So all those hands that came up before, you owe it to those people that you know. You owe it to yourself. I was into fitness, I was into health. I did not see cancer coming. So reach out to them, get this product in as many hands as possible, because it could be someone like me whose life you're gonna save, just like he did for me. So.
Yeah.
Story, and she's one of many, and what I want you to understand is that our product is solving a major problem. And my mentor shared with me something that really changed the way I thought. They said, you know, in life you don't get paid just by the hour, you get paid by the size, in proportion to the size of the problems that you solve. Right? If you solve somebody's problem of needing $1 cheeseburger, you're probably not going to get paid very much. Right? You solve someone's need for a better quality of life through wellness and offer them a simple product that they can take. I mean, you can get paid very well. So that's what I'd like to share with you, how this business completely turned my life around in a matter of years. And I'll share with you my story. I'm a normal kid from Vegas, 26 years old. I'm not used to this weather in Boston. It was a little bit colder. I looked like a little Asian snowman. Big white hoodie on. I was about to go get it, but we're okay. I'm excited to be here with you guys. You know, it's very simple. I remember growing up in Vegas. My whole life I was taught the same thing most people were taught, right? We were taught to go to school, study very hard so you can get into a good college, study harder there for 4 to 8 years so you can get a magic piece of paper called a receipt, degree, right? Hang that on your wall. And then you go trade 40 hours a week, 40, 50, 60 hours a week for the next 30, 40, 50 years, and you live happily ever after. I heard that. But the reality is I wasn't seeing that. And I remember at 18 years old, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I just knew I didn't want to work for anyone else. And at 18 years old, when I graduated in 2008, do we all remember what happened in 2008?
Yeah.
The Great Recession happened. You know, this is something that affected a lot of people. My family was not exempt. So when I watched as the repo trucks pulled the cars out of the driveway and the home that we had for years had been taken from us by the bank. I mean, this was one of the hardest things as a person, as a kid, having to transition to becoming a man, thinking to myself, I'm a hip-hop breakdancer that works at a Foot Locker. How I can't even put gas in my car and pay my cell phone bill on time, right? So how in the world am I gonna help my family? So I needed to find opportunity, and that's when fortune came my way. I was introduced to a mentor, and he completely changed my life. Taught me how money worked, and he showed me how everything could change in a matter of time. 5 years later, I was introduced to people like Mr. David Nieves, James Bradford, who's downstairs. And literally the past couple of years, it's been the ride of my life. We've helped so many people, created huge freedom for ourselves, and I'd like to share with you what my mentor taught me, if that's okay.
Yeah.
So if you're ready, say I'm ready.
Ready.
Let me share with you what he told me. He said, Saran, here's one thing you got to understand. There's two types of income out there. I just thought everyone, whether you're a doctor, you made more money. If you work at a restaurant, you make some more money. If you work at Foot Locker, you probably don't make a lot of money, right? I just thought some people made money, some people didn't. I didn't understand this. He said, Saran, two types of income. Most people create what we call a linear income. Linear income, all that means is you trade your time for money, your hours for dollars. If I work 8 hours, I get paid for what? 8 hours, right? They don't pay you 12. You see, when you're on salary, you work 40, 50, 60 hours, they pay you for how much? 40. Right? I'm not great at math, but I don't know where those extra 20 hours went, right? So here's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you can't make money. You're a doctor, for instance, might make millions of dollars. But God forbid something were to happen and they can't go and operate next month, what happens to his income? It stops too. So here's my biggest dilemma is I knew for a fact I didn't want to work forever. And this is what scared me. My mentor said, Saran, if you must trade time in order to create an income, if you have to trade your most valuable resource in life for money, be cautious because you'll trade your time, work 9 to 5, possibly till you're 95. And that shook me for the rest of my life. I'll never go and do it again. He said there's the other side. People on this side create what we call leverage income. What does that mean? That means they have a way where they make money outside of their own efforts. They don't just get paid 8 hours a day. Here's a question. Think about this for a second if you're a guest in the room. How could you possibly live your dream? How could you possibly live your dream when you're only working and getting paid 8 hours when you live in a 24-hour world? When there's people out there who have found a way to capitalize on 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365. You see, that's what I wanted to learn. These people found a way to make money when they work. They make money when they sleep. I like that idea a lot. How many of you guys like sleep? It's nice. It's really nice. Here's what's exciting is these people even find a way to make money when they pass away. Thought about that. How is that even possible, right? All of us know Michael Jackson, right? Michael Jackson, it's crazy. He passed away, I think now probably 7, 8 years ago. It's been a little bit of time now. I remember when it happened, but all of us at one point in time we've listened to his music. He only had to record an album one time, but every single Halloween, when that Thriller song comes on, you get that twitch in your neck, you know what I mean? What? You guys know what I'm talking about, like, right? I'll spare you guys. I haven't danced in a while, so here's what I wanted to share with you about that is that literally since his passing, he's made hundreds of millions of dollars. But he's obviously moonwalking in the sky, right? We get that. He's not here on planet Earth. He had a system in place where he's making money outside of his effort, outside of his time. And that's what I hope to share with you tonight is how you can go and become a 5%er here. So, how do we do it? How do we build it?